Tekken 8 has shaken up the scene, man. Like, Harada and Mike Murray should be very, very proud of themselves. They have come back with a bang, and that bang has caused everyone to look at their own communities and think to themselves, what is really going on here? Mortal Kombat has been getting absolutely dunked on in the last week. It is absolutely, it's terrifying, to be honest with you. I've kept my ears to the streets to hear what they're really saying about Mortal Kombat, and people are not happy at all. Yo my people, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm bringing you some, it's spectacular news in my eyes, but I can understand why some people will hate the hell out of this. Like, honestly, I really do get it. So today we're going to discuss what I believe is like a real shake-up in the FGC community. Like, right now people are starting to see the light. Certain Mortal Kombat players are realizing that their game sold them dreams off the jump. Like, it was very short-lived Mortal Kombat, it appears to be. Honestly, like, it's shocking me. Like, people like Solid Fox now have started to promote Tekken 8. They're kind of like jumping ship, not really jumping ship, but they're showing like interest in other fighting games and wanted to broaden their horizons. And to be honest, I understand why. Right now, Tekken has showed itself to be the full package. It hasn't even dropped yet, and the marketing team right now have absolutely shattered the game. Let's just use this for example. I think Ed dropped maybe 2 days ago, and I didn't hear a peep. Like, I won't lie to you, usually when Street Fighter characters drop, the whole world stops to watch and listen, I can't lie. But since Tekken has been dropping these incredible tasters, it's like almost impossible to find anybody talking about any other fighting game. Like, literally, someone like Punk, top of the field in Street Fighter, is now basically vouching for the skill level it takes to actually be good at a game like Tekken. Yet again, someone like Solid Fox, their eyes are looking away from the NRS now, and they're looking more towards games like Tekken 8. It's crazy, because considering when Mortal Kombat came out, it was all over the headlines, all over the news. It was kind of coming like Tekken, in my opinion. In some cases, obviously, we have like the similarities in the adverts, the similarities in the character releases, the character drop, stuff like that. But it just wasn't as big. Turns out that on drop, certain characters were just overly broken. Baraka and who? The guy with the bombs. You know, guys, you guys know what I'm talking about. Certain characters were broken. It was just a cluster right there. I can't even lie. Like, it was absolutely ridiculous. But now it seems as if, because Tekken has showed itself to be a full package on release. Right now, to talk to you guys, I'm struggling to remember, or I'm struggling to think of any time during this marketing process would have told you you're gonna have to pay for this after you buy the game. And honestly, in this day and age, it's very rare that a game drops and it isn't already trying to pressure you into buying something on release. Whereas Mortal Kombat, you gotta buy customization items. I mean, there's a full customization kit in Tekken 8 and I haven't seen you having to purchase one thing. It literally looks like it's returning back to the days of play arcade mode, get in-game currency that doesn't require any transaction through like a pay system, and then you can enjoy the game to its full effect. Like, literally, I can understand in this case paying for DLC. I really understand paying for Eddie, paying for all the other characters that are gonna come up next. I get that. But on release, it really seemed like you don't have to pay for anything. I mean, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I've been following this pretty closely and I haven't heard Mike Murray or Harada say, guys, you're gonna have to pay for this when it comes out. I'm sorry, we have to just do it that way. Mortal Kombat, I'm pretty sure on release you had to pay for a couple stuff. Or in my eyes, honestly, what was even worse was that the game wasn't even fully done. Like, the game wasn't stocked fully with all of what you would expect in a fighting game, especially a fighting game as big as Mortal Kombat. Street Fighter 6, it had its gripes. I would say its main issue was people are unable to adapt to drive impact, which is fair. Obviously, a new mechanic takes a long while to adjust. It does take a while, and after a while, people realize that, okay, if you adapt to the drive impact meta and trends and when you can expect it, then the game can be fun. But for things like Mortal Kombat, like, let's just focus on that for a second. Mortal Kombat has been getting absolutely dunked on in the last week. It is absolutely, it's terrifying, to be honest with you. I've kept my ears to the streets to hear what they're really saying about Mortal Kombat, and people are not happy at all. I've been watching a guy called Mike Hollow. He's been covering Mortal Kombat and how you can improve it quite extensively. And to be honest, like, the complaints he's had have been perfectly valid. Like, all this buying stuff, like making you not even aware if you're really buying it, like all these like kind of cheap ways to get purchases out of you to enjoy a game that has had such a hardcore fan base from the jump. It kind of seems like they're taking advantage of you guys, if you know what I mean. Having to buy customizations and customizables, stuff like that, I mean, it's played out, man. This ain't Counter-Strike, it's not no gacha game. You should be able to jump in and have the most fun as possible and not feel like you're missing out on anything. And yeah, again, I'm gonna tip my hat to Tekken, because right now it seems like that's what it is. It seems like a game is fully stocked with all these assets that it should have at the jump. It's taking me right back to like PS2 games, where when they release that game, they have to rely on you enjoying the whole game because there's no way to actually update it on the fly. fly and get new stuff in there. And even like Street Fighter, the last Street Fighter that came out, on launch it was absolutely abysmal, the connection. This one is leagues better in my opinion. Characters like Ed, like in my opinion right now, for Tekken to retake center stage, it would need to put like Daigo, Sako and Takedo all in one room and have them fight it out for like 24 hours, honestly, because it seems like it's so far gone. Ed dropped and I did not hear a peep from the community. Maybe prior, certain people were saying, yeah, I'm excited for Ed, but I really believe that they would have had a way better time releasing Akuma and just saying, listen, fan favorite, we're dropping you right now because we know that a lot of you guys are going to go to this Tekken game and we try to keep some of you around. Because let me tell you this right now, if Tekken drops and the netcode is incredible, you will not hear peep out of any of these games unless the pros are talking about it. All your casual audience is going to fly straight to Tekken because they don't have to deal with this. I mean, certain pro players obviously make money off these games. People like Sonic Fox still be attending tournaments because that's their livelihood. People like Punk will still be attending tournaments regardless of him saying stuff like this because it is their livelihood. But the casual players, where the bulk of the money comes from for these fighting game communities, in order for them to host tournaments and the like, it's gonna fly, man. It's gonna go all the way to Tekken. And what's even more worse about this, in my opinion, is that most of Street Fighter's tournaments, in order for you to like qualify for any of the major tournaments, are all online. So you don't get like that really community-centered or community-driven experience. I mean, yeah, you can get that nice lobby style action and obviously put your favorite player here or there, but if you're not putting it in real life, you're not gonna get even moments anymore. Do you know what I mean? You're not gonna get those moments anymore, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. There'll be few and far between if they do happen, like when Mena RD faced off against Tokido in the final, and that was like monumental, that face off. You're not gonna get that anymore, guys, if they continue doing these online games. Yeah, again, NRS, they're just dropping characters that I wouldn't say no one cares about, because obviously the NRS community loves all their characters, but people are getting bored of them quickly, and meta was quickly established and people quickly knew what they were getting themselves into. I mean, there was nothing to show for it. Mortal Kombat has not even been out for a year, I would say, and to be honest, it just really sounds like they were sold a dream off the jump. Honestly, Tekken 8 has shaken up the scene, man. Like, Harada and Mike Murray should be very, very proud of themselves. They have come back with a bang, and that bang has caused everyone to look at their own communities and think to themselves, what is really going on here? This game coming out in a week, and this game is causing everyone to like look within themselves, introspection, and realize, what are we actually doing here? Like, what are we actually doing here? My game, Sonic Fox probably like, my game's come out and half the reasons people play this game on a casual level are not even working. It's like, it's tunneled straight to, like, for the pros. Like, basically the game was released for pro. Go online, try your hardest, come to a tournament and get smacked up, because you will get smacked up at a tournament, because it's just a different level of gameplay. Same with Street Fighter. You knew already what the pros were going to be pros. Casual fighters, yeah, casual players, they could get into it, but it would still take a while because like certain metas in that game had already been established. Do you know what I mean? It's not the same anymore, guys. I don't feel like the ranking of games that are really taking the world by storm are the same anymore. I really feel like Tekken has captured the hearts and minds and the anticipation of everybody, and even further caused introspection in certain communities that I don't think certain games are ready for. Like, NRS is getting a beating right now. Warner Brothers probably has no idea what to do because they can't retract their microtransactions, because then it's technically waving the white flag and saying we were wrong. And although that's good for the community, you have to remember Warner Brothers is a business, and business looks at other business, and other business don't bow down to their customers, although they are for the customers. It's crazy to say that, but it is just a fact. Like, the community, as big as it is, as much as it makes the game what it is, Warner Brothers is still a business, and business in competition with other business, which means if they got to lose a penny here and there, but to overall gain a penny from those suckers that are not willing to talk up for what they really want in their games, then that's just how it's going to be, unfortunately. I mean, you're still going to get the young kids playing Mortal Kombat when they shouldn't be, buying costumes when they shouldn't be, like, just so indoctrinated in the style of games we get these days in terms of gacha and buying stuff here and there, and obviously updating your gaming experience, that they have no idea how to ask for what they really want because they've never actually experienced a full game released on demand. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Honestly, I'm so shocked this past week what has been happening. Let me just say this, it's good to be on the winning team. But yeah, guys, that's the end of the video. If you did enjoy, please like, comment, subscribe down below. I'll see you guys